The Serpent Crown, the Eye of Agamotto, the Cosmic Cube. The Marvel Universe is filled with artifacts of immense power. But what if I told you there's a weapon so corrupting, so overwhelmingly powerful, it could turn even the mightiest heroes into monstrous villains? Today, we're diving deep into the dark history of the Sword of Set, an ancient blade forged with the very essence of an elder god. Our story begins eons ago, when the elder god Set, the great serpent, ruled the primordial earth. Set was a being of pure, malevolent chaos, one of the first and most powerful entities to arise on the planet. Fearing his growing power, the Demogorgon, Adam the God-Eater, was born to cleanse the world. In a cataclysmic battle, Adam defeated Set, but the wily serpent god wasn't completely destroyed. He managed to sever one of his own heads, which fell into the ocean and created a new form of life, the Serpent Man. From the remnants of his cosmic power and the abyssal darkness of the deep, Set forged a weapon, a conduit for his will, a physical manifestation of his evil. This wasn't just any sword, it was the Sword of Set. Crafted to be wielded by his loyal Serpent Man, the sword served one primary purpose: to gather enough life force to facilitate Set's return to the earthly plane. Every soul claimed by the blade, every drop of blood it shed, fed the slumbering god, bringing him one step closer to his apocalyptic comeback. For millennia, the sword lay hidden, its legend fading into myth. It wasn't until the Hyborian Age, the era of Conan the Barbarian, that the Sword of Set resurfaced. Conan, ever the adventurer, found himself entangled with the cult of Set and its serpentine followers. He encountered the blade multiple times, recognizing its corrupting influence and the immense power it held. Wielding it was a constant battle of wills, as the sword whispered promises of power, trying to twist the Cimmerian's mind to serve its dark master. Conan, with his indomitable spirit, always managed to resist and cast the blade aside, but he knew its danger was far from over. Fast forward thousands of years to the modern Marvel era, the Sword of Set finds its way into the hands of a new wielder, one far more susceptible to its corruption than Conan, the Submariner, Namor. This all happens during the Atlantis Attacks crossover event. The Serpent Men, now led by the High Priest Gorr, conspired to bring Set back to Earth. Their plan involved creating a new, massive serpent crown. To do this, they needed 7 powerful artifacts, the brides of Set, and 7 superpowered women to serve as their hosts. Namor, tricked by the Serpent Men, believed they were acting in the best interests of Atlantis. They presented him with the Sword of Set, telling him it was a legendary Atlantean weapon that would help him protect his kingdom. The moment Namor gripped the hilt, the sword's ancient evil began to seep into him. It amplified his arrogance, his pride, and his aggression, twisting his noble intentions into a lust for conquest. He became a pawn in Set's grand game. Under the sword's influence, Namor became a terrifying figure. His skin took on a scaly, serpentine appearance, and his mind was clouded with visions of domination. He attacked his former allies, including the Avengers and the Fantastic Four, with a ferocity they had never seen before. The heroes were shocked. This wasn't the proud, sometimes difficult, but ultimately heroic Namor they knew. This was a monster, a slave to the will of an ancient, evil god. The Sword of Set didn't just give him power, it remade him in its master's image. The combined might of Marvel's heroes was needed to stop the Atlantis Attacks crisis. Thor, Doctor Strange, the Silver Surfer, and many others joined the fight. The final confrontation was epic. As Gorr and his co-conspirator Lyra came close to summoning Set, the heroes launched a full-scale assault. Doctor Strange, recognizing the magical nature of the threat, played a crucial role. He realized the Sword of Set was a key tether for Set's influence on Earth. In a desperate gambit, Doctor Strange used his own powerful magic to counter the sword's dark energy. He communicated with what was left of Namor's true self, buried deep beneath layers of corruption. With the help of his allies, Strange was able to create a magical backlash that shattered the link between Namor and the sword. The moment the connection was broken, the Sword of Set's power over him vanished. The scaly visage receded, and the true Prince of Atlantis was left reeling, horrified by the atrocities he had committed under its influence. The sword itself was cast into a dimensional rift, seemingly lost forever. But as we know in the Marvel Universe, nothing truly powerful ever stays lost. The Sword of Set is more than just a physical object, it's a piece of Set himself. As long as the Elder God exists in some form, the potential for his blade to return remains. The sword represents a fascinating concept, The idea that a weapon can be a character in itself, with its own malevolent will and purpose. It's a constant test of a hero's resolve. Wielding it isn't a matter of strength, but of character. Can you imagine what would happen if the Sword of Set fell into the hands of someone like Dr. Doom, or even a hero with a darker edge like the Punisher? The potential for devastation is almost limitless. The sword doesn't just empower its wielder. It consumes them, turning them into the perfect vessel for Set's return. It's a walking, talking, soul-devouring apocalypse, just waiting for the right hand to pick it up. The story of the Sword of Set serves as a chilling reminder that some powers are too great to be controlled, and some evils are patient enough to wait for millennia. So, what do you think? Which Marvel character would you be most afraid to see wield the Sword of Set? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into Marvel lore, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one.